The next part of this problem is going to ask us to find the average rate of change between birth and 10 months. So we already talked about the average rate of change, and here is the formula here. It's the change in y divided by the change in x. Okay, so your difference of your two y values over the difference of your two x values. And the points that they want us to find are at birth, which is here, at 0 months, and then 10 months. So if you look up on the graph, we're basically going from this point to, in the red, to this point in the blue. Okay, so we need to find the x and y value of the red point, the x and y value of the blue point, and then we'll be able to plug those four things into our equation. So one thing to note is that at birth, your months are 0. Okay, 0 months at birth. And over here on the blue point, the x value is 10 for 10 months. Now we do need to actually go and find the y values. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, so I wrote down the g of x down here in brown. And actually, I'm going to go into the rate of change because they're defining this as g and not f. And I'm going to put a g here instead of an f, and I'm going to put a g here. Okay, so the g of x2. Well, this is my x2, this is my x1, this will be my y1, and this will be my y2. And while I'm at it, I'm just going to go ahead and write the y2 and the y1 in the equation. All right, let's find the g of x2, okay, which is also the y2. So the g of x2 is 10. I'm going to plug in 10 everywhere I see an x. 3.3 square root of x plus 25.6. Plug in a 10 there where the x was, and now we have some calculator work to do. All right, square root of 10. Let's see, second square root of 10 is 3.16227. So this is 3.16227 approximately. We'll multiply that times 3.3, and then we'll add 25.6. So 3.16227 times 3.3 is 10.4355 approximately, plus 25.6. And that gives us 36.0355 approximately. All right, so this was the g of x sub 2, 36.0355, and that is going to go right into here. All right, now let's go ahead and let's find the g of x1. All right, x1 is 0, so we're going to plug in a 0 here for x1 and a 0 here for x. Now this one's a little easier to calculate because the square root of 0 is 0. 3.3 times 0 is also 0. So we get 0 plus 25.6, and that gives us 25.6. Okay, this is going to go right here. Okay, so we have all four numbers to plug in. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's plug it in. So the g of x2 is going to be 36.0 minus the g of x1, which is 25.6, it is divided by x2, which is 10, minus x1, which is 0. Okay, get your calculator. 36.0 minus 25.6, that gives me 10.4. Divided by 10 minus 0 is 10. And I get 1.04. Okay, they want me to round this to the nearest tenths. So I'll look at the tenth spot right here, look to the right, 4 or less, let it rest, so that's going to be 1.0.